everyone, welcome back. I'm so happy you're here and you found a little moment in your day to see what I am up to. For everyone who is new here, welcome. My name is Jenny and I'm doing this all about Christmas channel. On this channel you will find lots and lots of seasonal DIYs, but of course also daily decor DIYs. If you like this content, of course, I hope you click the red subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, so I hope you enjoy it. And for now, we are going to make some new tumbling tile blocks DIYs. If you like it, of course, come along with me, and if you only want to watch, have fun watching. For this DIY, we need, of course, our tumbling tile blocks, some wood glue, some bags, some brush and some glue sticks, and of course our glue gun. These are the main pieces we need. Later on, I'm going to take you to my computer and we're going to make our own unique little signs. But first we are going to make, because I am a Christmas channel, and we are going to slowly, really slowly against the Christmas in July. So I'm going to make for this one, but you can use it for any season. Don't worry if you don't like Christmas. I'm going to make some present boxes, and of course I'm doing some Christmas print on top of it, but also you can do another print on it, so you don't have to use it for Christmas. You can use it for any season, especially also for the coming fall or summer. Maybe do whatever you think is right. For our first box of present box, we are going to make the bottom. And the bottom is very easy. This is just making 3 blocks on top of each other like this. Squeeze it and press it down. And on this side, and glue it together. And this way we are going to make 4 of them. And we are going to glue them together, but not in a straight way. We are going to give it a little bit of a pattern, but I think you already saw this kind of pattern earlier, because a lot of people make this kind of pattern. So this is not very special. This is already number 2. We are going to make number 3. And the last block of number 3. This way. Let me know in the comments down below if you like Christmas also as much as I do, or if you are just a person who doesn't like Christmas, at least not yet. I totally understand it. I'm a little bit crazy, so this crazy lady really loves Christmas. I always have, and I probably always will. Most of the time I would love to have my house decorated for the whole year, but a lot of people think I'm really crazy, so don't mind that. Let me know in the comments down below if you like Christmas also, or if you don't, of not must think of it already. We are going to do it like this, and of course I have to turn this one around, and I'm going to look which one is fitting the best, because you see some blocks are a little bit different of shape, so look for which one you can use the best. I'm doing this one and glue it together in a straight way, this way, and we're going to glue this one against here like this. Yep, this is one, and now the last one. And we are going to need one glue on this side and some glue on this side, and just squeeze it in and try to get it as tight as you can, so you don't have pieces sticking out. And this is how he's turned out, but I think you already saw this one before. So this is already the bottom, and later we're going to do some feet under the bottom. That's where later. I'm going to make now the sides. For the side panels we are going to use of course 2 blocks, and I'm going to do one together with you because this is the bigger size box. Later we are also going to make a smaller one, but the first one I'm going to do together with you. So do 1 block on the top and just glue this together like this and remove the glue. Now what we're going to do is take 1 block. We are going to do some glue on the top this way, and we are going to place it at the ending like here, press it down, and we're going to take another one. So we're going to do some glue on this side and on this side, and we are going to place it in, squeeze it and press it down. And now we're going to do 2 blocks, but this way. We are going to do some over here and some over here, and we're going to place it again in between, squeeze it and press it down. And I'm doing it with some glue from my glue gun, but of course you can use it with some wood glue. Then you still can prepare it a little bit better than I have. You see, and this, squeeze it and press it down. And we're going to do the last one on the tops and on the sides, and just lay it in between, squeeze it and press it. And now we need a loose block and some glue over here and some on the side, like this. And we are going to place it in between. And this is already the start. Now we're going to repeat it. So we're going to do the next row, and for everyone who has already very good eyes, they already see that one of the blocks is already smaller. You see over here, we are going to work with it, but sometimes it's very frustrating that you don't have packages which are, all of them are the same size, but we are going to work with it. We have to do, because it's a waste of money to throw it away. So we're going to go further, and we're going to take one block and we're going to glue this on the top, and we're just going to do the opposite direction like we did with this row. So we're going to do 2 on this side and some glue on over here, and we're going to squeeze it in, press it down this way. And now we're going to do 3 over here and just squeeze it, press it down again. I can't say it enough. Sometimes I really sound like a racket. I'm sorry. I hope it doesn't frustrate you. Just if I frustrate you, just do the volume a little bit lower. you don't hear me anymore. So, and again, the last of the 3 block, and we're going to press it down and this way. And now we only need, you see already, 1 on this side, and then we have reversible what we did on here. I'm going to do some glue over here, and I'm going to place it in between and just squeeze it and press it down. And now we need only the last row, at least if I can get it on my table. You see, we are so far at this moment. So we are going to do some glue off the table. This is really takes so much time of you. I'm so sorry. And it isn't even Monday, so you can already imagine how it would be if we do it on a Monday. And you see, I'm going to lay it down before I glue it, so I'm sure that not all the blocks are in a different size. I think I have some glue. Yes, you already can see it. If it doesn't fit totally, also look that the glue is not sticking on the outside. So this is one, and if we lay this together, it is almost the same. So we are going to do it this way again. 1 block, and we are going to glue this one on here this way, and the next one, because this size is 2 blocks again, and place it down, squeeze it and press it down. And we're going to go for the 3 blocker and this way. And don't worry, I won't do the next time together with you. So everyone, I hope, bear with me. I do it as fast as I can. And this way. Here in the Netherlands we would say, ik doe het zo snel als ik kan. But of course, your time is precious also. And again, press it down. And the last is, of course, some glue here, and we are going to place this one in between and squeeze it. And we already have this. Now we only need to end off with 2 on the top like this, like we did under. So glue 2 together this way, and like this, Squeeze it, press it down. Oh, of course I have to wait until it is dried up or else he will go out of each other. And I'm going to look which fitting the best. This is also not fitting the greatest, so I'm going for this one. But of course, when you do go wrong with one block, you stay going wrong because nothing will fit. So squeeze it again, and we're going to make it work. I will do the other three sides, and then we're going to make the top. I have my 4 sides, but don't ask how it did go because it was one disaster. What I found out, if when you use the bigger block, I don't know if you have the same problem. The bigger blocks that I use, if you lay them this way back to each other, it goes perfect. But if you want to do and then you're going to go this way, you make a pattern in it, then it goes wrong because they are a little 3 together is not 3 on the sides together most of the time. Then you get a little gap over here, and that is the problem that you get when you make a pattern inside of it. So learn from my mistake. Don't forget the pattern if you don't like gaps in between, because what you do, it doesn't help because the gaps are still keep coming. So I'm really frustrated. I think you already can hear it. Even my English is already worse than normally. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the top of the box, and that's very easy. I'm just going to make 4 pieces of 3 again, the same like we did with the bottom. And I do 1 together, but of course you know this one very well. So this is already 1, I will make 4. So I have my 4 pieces, and you see already exactly what I mean. If we do this one on the underside exactly in the same line, you see already the top is going off and you have 2 longer pieces. So this is really frustrating, but I also wanted to show you, so if you struggle, it is not you. It is really not you. This is just the blocks when you do a pattern inside. When you do this way and this way, you can very easily fix it together. But if you do it in a pattern, and we did in a pattern, so I'm just going to figure out what the best way is, just to glue it together to get the less gaps that we can. And I'm going to look for this one, and all the glue is gone. And I'm going to look for if this is a right way to glue it. And you see, it still is not totally to my satisfaction. I'm going to puzzle, and then we're going to glue it together. I have all my pieces. I have a bottom. I have, of course, my tops. And I will show you the tops because I always love to show you, even when things are going wrong, because I think that's the honest truth. You also can make a DIY, which is not totally, but the challenge is just to make it work, and just at the end it has to be a nice and a high-end looking DIY. So we will see if I succeed or not. This time I really have a hard head in it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take my halves and I'm going to glue them like this, like a box. So, but I show you that when we go the way. And here you see a little behind the scenes. I did 1 down. I placed 2 of them with wood glue on top of here, and now I'm going to place the last one also on top of here. And this one is really the baddest one, which is of glue together, but which is the most out of line. So I'm going to try to give it some pressure over here, And I'm going to place some can also on top of it, and I let it dry for at least 1.5 hours. My present or my box is almost dried up. I just let it dry for a little longer, but I'm going to glue already the bottom on top of it. But I was looking for, and you see already I did the bottom and it doesn't fit. You see here you have an opening. So what we're going to do, we need 2 blocks like this, and we need to glue them on top of our extra on our bottom like this, and then it's really fitting. So if you have this one, just go ahead and just glue 2 of this one together, so you have a nice nice bottom, because and then we can glue it, and then we get some pressure on top of it, and then we also can do, but this will be the top, but the top won't be glued because we only going to decorate it, but I want that you still can get it off. So this one we keep loose, only this one we will do with some glue, and this is already number 1. And now we going to over here, and we're going to glue it this way. I'll keep it in place until it is dried up. So, and now we can glue it. I do it also with some wood glue because that's more sturdiness than we met our glue gun. So, and this part is very easy. Of course, everyone can do it. Just do some glue on the underside of the box and choose which size of the box you think is looking the best, so you can use it as the best as the top. So I'm going to use this as a bottom and go over it in one line. And now I'm going to place my bottom on top of here, and I'm going to give it some pressure with, of course, my paint cans. What would I do without them? They are quite heavy. So I'm going to, and again, 1.5 hours, let it dry at least. Take your time for it, I always say, because your DIY will be looking much greater. And now we can even have to make sure that it looks better, because not all the blocks are fitting right. So we need all the luck we can get right now. Our box or present is dried up, and of course he is very sturdy right now because I did it with some wood glue, the sides and the bottom. Now we're going to do the top, but you see already now I get the same problem I got with my bottom. I have one opening over here, so I still need to get 2 blocks, and I'm going to make it a little bit longer. And later on, because I will leave my top open so you can do something in between inside. So I'm going to go for 2 blocks on this. And of course you can, it doesn't matter where you glue it because it will stay equally the same like this. So I'm going to glue this together. I have to look for if I like it this way better or is fitting on this side better. I think it's fitting better on this side, if I am correct. So I go for this one. First I'm going to glue this one over here. And this is already number 1. Squeeze it and press it down. And for this one we are going to do, of course, this side and this side. And then we are going to squeeze it in this way and keep it in place for a little moment. So we have, of course, our lid. And what we're going to do, because later I'm going to do, because I want to be sure if I have my present on top of here, of my lid on top of here, I don't want to, that it, when you move it, it falls off. So you can do very easily. You take some blocks, and I take 4 of them. And it doesn't matter, you know already the size of this one is, of course, the side also from this one. It's the same. And what you can do 1 over here, 1 over here, and 1 over here, and 1 over here. You don't have to do them very wide out of each other, this way. And if you do it this way, then he falls exactly over here. So I will show it to you, and I hope I am right, but because I wasn't right with my lid, so of course bear with me. I'm going to do some glue over here, and I hope I measured out this way. This is one. I'm going to do this one, and of course we are going to do, and I hope, and I have to look if I can measure out, of course, if he falls in between. Yes, he's falling in between. You see, now he can't fall off. This is already one side. Now we're going to do, and this is just an easy trick. Just make sure that your top won't fall off. And we're going to do this in. And you see, this is a little bit the space I leave open, like this, just the same. And what you also can do, take one of your blocks, place it over here, and you see already you have enough space to glue your block. So you can use it as a measurement. I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to place it over here, this way, squeeze it and press it down. And now when everything is correct, he is falling over here, and now you see he can't go anywhere. I showed you a little bit better too. You can go, of course, you can even do the measurement even better, so he falls really tight around your box. But I am already really happy. For me, it's only that he doesn't fall off when I move it, because if I have it on my dinner table, sometimes I have to move my tray, so it would be very sad if everything falls off. What we're going to do now, because he's almost ready to do it in some furniture wax, I'm going to, you see already I have some glue over here and over here. I'm going to make a bow, but I want to make a bow not from a ribbon, but I'm going to try to make them from my tumbling towel blocks. So this will be a challenge. I never made a bow from tumbling towel blocks, and I think I never seen one also somewhere else. So we will see how this will turn out, but you always know with me it's always a little bit different than normally, and we will see how this will work out. What we are going to need, a lot of you which are already here for a long time know I have little bags with blocks which are having a little piece off like this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make from two of this one a fishtail. So I'm going to, you can do them of course this way if you like your ribbon ended always with a point like this, but I always end my ribbons with some fishtail. So I take 4 of this one, so we can make 2 fishtails like this over here. So I'm going to take another 2 for this side, and now we're going to make a space in between, which will be a little knot. So what I'm going to do for that, I have 3 blocks like this. This is just 1/3 of a big block. I always saw already pieces off so I can use later. So if you have a husband who is very handy, or maybe yourself, just let him cut a couple of different sizes. You can do it with some point, you can do it with some in third pieces, or maybe the half of a block. You also can maybe ask if your husband or yourself can do it 1 block in totally in the half, but take 30 or 40 blocks and let them saw everything in half. So you have little bags from IKEA, so you have always layered them around, and you can take whenever you need it. So I'm going to have 3 of those little blocks. What I'm going to do, I'm going to glue them together. First we're going to do that. Of course I turned off my my glue gun, what I should have done. So I'm going to glue this 3 together, and that will be the base of our bow. I'm going to do some glue, and we're going to glue this on top, put it aside and squeeze it and press it down this way. This is already 2, and now we're going for a number 3, and we're going to lay it on top, and this way remove the glue over here, and now you get just a little package of 3, And of course, you can't really get exactly the same size. Maybe if you have just a saw, you can, so a big saw, maybe you can do it then exactly on the measurement, but I did it with my jigsaw and it is always very difficult to get exactly the same sizes, but I'm really happy with this one. This will be the start of our bow. So this will be, now you can see I'm going to lay it on my top of my present. So we already have 2 of this one, and I have here more. I have 1 over here, I have 1 over here, and we are going to glue them when everything is laying down in the way I want to have it. This is already the first part of our bow, and of course the bow will be in the black color. So of course I can also do it, maybe show it to you better this way. So I'm going to glue the points this way and lay them next to each other and squeeze them and press them down like this. We are going to do the other one the same, and we are going to lay them together. If you, like I always say, if you don't like this tutorial and you don't like what I do, of maybe what I explain, or you don't think, just skip forward. It's also fine too. But of course, I hope you stay and you enjoy what you see and maybe learn maybe the same bow and you can make them for yourself. So now we already have the first parts of our bow. What we're going to do right now, I have 2 loose blocks and I have again 2 1/3 blocks. I'm going to place them down like this, and we are going to glue this one on the other one. So I showed you in a moment. Have a moment, and I'm going to glue this one together like this. I show it to you, so I have it this way. Now I'm going to do the other one, of course, on this side also, and then I show it to you again. You see, and now of course I should have done this earlier, but I'm going to do very fast some glue in between, because I should have done this already in between and not right now. This is very and this way, and now I have to get them on the same and this, and now we almost have it in place. And when you are fast, you still can work with your glue. I have to remove the glue, and you see, now you already get a nice idea of a loop. You have to have a lot of imagination, and I have that, so bear with me. And I'm going to, this one will be over here. So what I was planning to do, of course I show it to you again, because this one was not the greatest, it was just I was not thinking right. So I'm going to do again this too. I'm going to do some glue on this one and do this one over here, squeeze it and press it down, and there you are again. You just fell out of me, so I did the smaller one and the bigger one against each other, and we are going to do this one the same. Of course I did it in the wrong direction, this way. And now when everything is correct, I just glue this one against this one. So just make 2 lines over here and just place it together like this. And then you have your other loop. At least I call it a loop. But like I said, you have to have a lot of imagination. And I have a lot of imagination. So we have 4 parts, 2 loops, 2 fishtails, and 1 middle knot of a bow. At least what has supposed to be a knot. We are going to first glue the little piece over here. And we are going to glue it together like this. And this is one, and keep it in place until it is dried up. Of course I have to squeeze a little bit more, And now we're going to take the other side. We are going to do some glue and we are going to place it again over here. Squeeze it and keep it in place for a moment. This way. And we only need to glue our fishtails. We do some glue in the middle only because he doesn't come totally over it. So in this way. And we're going to go for this way. And you see, this is how our bow turned out. And I know he looks very strange right now, but I'm going to paint him in the black schoolboard paint, but you can of course do it in some red color. It doesn't matter. And if you later we are going to glue it on top, and you will see if this is in some furniture wax and the other one is in the black, you will see that it makes a lot of difference. At least I hope so. Or else you try something and one time it works, the other time it doesn't. So we are going to paint it in the black schoolboard paint, and of course we don't have to glue the underside. So it's very easy, but take any color you like. If you like another color better, just go ahead and do any color you like. I'm going for the black schoolboard paint because I like a black bow, and this way. My bow is drying. Make your judgment when the box is totally finished. Right now he looks very strange, but I have a feeling that he could look very nice on top of the box. So wait until your judgment when we are totally finished. If you want to make one of yourself, because it's so easy to make, and if this works, I hope you also make one. We are going to now make a box, the smaller size box, and that's very easy. Just do some glue on the side from one block like this, and of course number 3, and we are going to make 4 of this kind of squares. So we have our 4 parts, and it's very easy. We are going to glue again this one together like we did with the first one. I know I'm taking a risk because when you do it this way it doesn't fit always the greatest, but I am really hard-headed and I'm keep strong enough. I'm going through until we have everything fixed up like this. I have to squeeze it this way, and now we are going to do only on this side and on this side. And I'm going to place it in and squeeze it in this way. And then we already have our first side of our box. I'm going to make 4 of this one. I have all my 4 pieces over here. What I'm going to do, because I want to make them a little bit longer and a little bit more fitting with the other one. So I'm going to go glue 2 together, and I'm going to give this 2 over here. Take 2 blocks again, like this, glue them together like this, and place them also over here, so we make all the 4 panels a little bit longer. So I have my 4 sides again, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to make again 4 blocks for the bottom, but extra this 2, there's not this 2, but only 4 blocks and 2 extra over here for the bottom, and of course for our top. So I'm going to make that out of camera because I think you already know how to make this one. I have my 4 sides and of course my bottom and my top. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to do the same like we did with the bigger box. I'm going to glue everything together, which is of course 2 to this side and like this, and the other one of course on this side against it. So it's very easy to just make a simple box, and I'm going to do it with again with some wood glue. So I take my time for it. Of course you take also your time for it, because that's the most important thing. How do you glue the sides together? My present box is put together, and of course everything is dried up, and I'm going to do the top. I'm going to turn it over, and I'm also going to make with 4 of my blocks. I'm going to make again the 4 pieces over here, so my top cannot fall off of my present box. But of course you can also make it much nicer and do a half block over here and then make it very nice like this. So you can go all the way. I'm doing it this time very easy, just one here, one here, one here, because I only want to make sure that it doesn't fall off. For me, you won't see it because I have a bow on top of it and I probably won't use it open. So I'm only going to do the 4 pieces. So very easy, just do some glue on this side and just place it in the middle like this. And this is already one, and I'm going to do the second one over here. And I will do the rest out of camera because you will already know how to glue a couple of blocks on your top of your box. All 4 blocks are glued together and he is fitting very nicely on top of my box. We need, of course, also for this box our bow, and we are going to make this bow again from 3 little pieces, and we are going to glue them together this way and make sure, like I said earlier, that they are straight. And the last one on top like this, and so we get a nice block again of 3. You see already 3 blocks, and this is 1/3, like I said, from 1 block. We are going to get our fishtails, and we have already here and already here, and we are going to glue again the sides against each other, and this way squeeze it and press it down, and you get a nice fishtail again. And we're going to do this side the same, and squeeze it and press it down. And here is fishtail number 2. And now we only need the spaces in between. You see already how I am really messy with my glue always, but don't mind that. That's with DIY. You always, some people work very neat. I'm not one of those persons. I have 2 again from 1/3 of the blocks. You see, like this one. And now I'm going to glue them in between. And the loop we are going to do the same. Do some glue on one side of a full block. And again, just like we did with the first bow. And again, some glue on the top. And place it also over here. And keep it in place for a couple of seconds until it is dried up. Like this. And now we only need to glue the top. Just do some glue over here and over here, and we are going to lay it on top of here and make sure that we squeeze it real hard. And of course, sometimes you need to press your finger inside to get it the right size. And this is how already one is turned out. I will make the second one and I'm glued together. Only need to glue them together, so I'm going to do some glue on this side. I'm going to place this one against it, and I'm going to do the other one, some dot in the middle, and we're going to place it also against each other this way. And I feel already on the side some glue coming out, so we are going to remove again the glue this way, like this. My second bow is glued together, and like also with the first one, I'm going to paint this one also in the black color. And you can use the same size you did with the other box, because the top of the sizes are the same, only the height is different and a little bit smaller, but the top is the same top, so you can use the same bow. In the meantime, while our bow is drying up, I'm going to go to my computer and I'm going to print out some inspiration you can use for on your present box, because like I said, you can use them for any season, just what you want. So I show you a couple of different inspiration, and of course also the Christmas inspiration, because I am at all an all about Christmas channel and I love Christmas. I know a lot of you must not think about it already, but my head is always in the Christmas spirit. So I'm going to do some different inspirations. I have made and printed out my prints for on the sides of our boxes, but before I'm going to do that and I'm going to show it to you, I am having here my bow, at least I think my woolen bow. It's the first time for a woolen bow. So what I'm going to do, I have a piece of ribbon, and this is just the black and white, and on the other side it is black. I took 4 times 20 centimeters of my ribbon, and it's just a very simple, it doesn't have wires, so it is just a very it's a little bit thicker, but he can very stand right on his own. So I have 4 pieces like this, and I'm going to do the ending. I'm doing some glue on the inside because I want to use the white black and white stripe, and I'm going to lay them on top of each other this way. So squeeze it and press it down, and I'm going to do this with all 4 of them. And then, because I found I was just a little bit missing something of my wooden bow, I really loving how he is turned out, but I miss a little bit of coloring, and I don't want to use lots of colors. But if you like other ribbon, maybe if you do it for the fall season, or you do it for the spring season of the Easter season, you can do anything. So I have 3, and now the last one, number 4, and of course lay it on top of each other again. And this is what we do. What we're going to do now, turn it over, and I'm do it on the white piece of kitchen paper so you can see a little better. Now I'm going to do on each corner, I'm going to glue my piece of ribbon. So very easy, just this way. I'm going to do some glue on this one, and again lay it on top of here this way, and I'm going to do the other side the same and do it over here, and I'm going to do the same on this side this way. And if we turn it over, I think he looks a lot more than a bow. And now he's coming, for me, a little bit more to life. So I love the wood bow, but of course I give something extra with a piece of ribbon in between. And if you lay it on top of your box, present box, you see already he looks so much better. So I'm really happy with this result. It was just an experiment to make it from wood, but you can very easily make your bow also from wood. And on my table you see a couple of inspirations you can do for your box. I have here some candy cane. I have here some fresh coffee, some daily farmhouse milk. You can do some pumpkins, autumn leaves, and pumpkins please. You can do something for the Easter season, so choose anything you like. If you want to use free printables, go on over to my description box. There you find the link for our free printables. Go check it out. You can find for any season some prints, so go check it out. And of course, I'm going to use the one with the Christmas spirit, so I'm going to cut them out. And you see the printed out and the cut out print, of course. I know you see the letters backward, don't worry. In a moment you see the right way. I'm going to Mod Podge the back side, and I'm going to glue it on the wider side of our box, because we have one who is a little bit, it's only tiny pieces smaller. So I'm going to do it on the wider side of the box. So I'm going to take a piece of kitchen towel. I'm going to get my Mod Podge, and I'm going to do some Mod Podge on the back side, and I do a little bit more because the wood is taking a lot of my Mod Podge always in. So I'm going to do this way. But if you have another way for Mod Podge, like I always say in every DIY, go ahead, do whatever you think is right. I do it my way. but that's really not something you have to do. Do whatever you think it's right. So I'm going to take it off and I'm going to glue it on top of my, over here. I'm going to look if I have it in the middle. Of course, I have to work a little bit with it and then place it over here. And I think he already, some box changed already by the minute when you only do a print on top of here. And you see already, I'm so happy how he's looking like. And if you imagine, in a moment we are going to give this a wax color, so it will get a nice rustic old look. So, but I'm already very happy with this one. I'm going to do the second one and then we're going to Mod Podge it, we're going to, to wax it. Both of our boxes have the print, and what I totally forgot to tell you, because you know when we started this DIY and we are making the side panels, you saw that we did some blocks were too short, some blocks were a little bit too long, so you get a little gaps, but of course you can fill the gaps up with some speckle or some wood filler, it doesn't matter. I didn't choose for that because I want also to show you it still can look okay when you don't do that. So that's why I didn't do it. If you want to do it with some speckle or some wood filler, you're so free to do, but I leave it open just to show you also. And it gives also a little bit of an old feeling that not everything is fitting the right way. So that's why I am not going to fill it up. So I'm going to have my simple furniture wax, and I'm going to give my boxes and my tops of the boxes some coat with some furniture wax, and then in a moment you see the end reveal. And here you see finally a quick impression of our seasonal boxes, and of course everything is made from tumbling tile blocks. Of course the bow is not maybe everyone's cup of tea, but I wanted to know how I could make a bow from tumbling tile blocks, and in a moment you see it a little bit close and then you will see how the bow really turned out, and I'm really happy with the end result. Of course I hope you took out also your tumbling tile blocks and did this DIY together with me, and you also have two beautiful boxes for in your home. But if you only love to watch, I hope you had fun watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel, click the red subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. And if you want to see more DIYs, come on over to my description box. There you find the link for this channel and of course our main channel, Deco Easy. I'm doing together with Diane. So enough talking. I wish you all an amazing day and I hope to see you next time. Bye.